Here's the motherfucking tea.
Lips, hips, lips, hips, lips, hips, lips,
What is up, everybody, and welcome back to a new episode of KGKB TV. I'm your King Gemini, here to give you love, laughter, and life. I'm so happy that you could join me to be back because today's video, y'all finna be mad. I'm finna jump on this trend train, and I know I'm already 5 years late, but today we're doing my unpopular K-pop opinions. Let's get started. Disclaimer, I do not intend to be disrespectful to any K-pop groups. These are simply my opinions and me being more so analytical and critical than disrespectful. A lot of these groups I really like and really want to see improvements in. I want to spit these out in a way that respects the idol, the fan base, and anything that has to do with them. Number 1. Momo is a great freestyle dancer. Now, recently I've been watching a bunch of videos, critiquing Twice, or I even saw one that was ranking their dancers by an actual dancer who was actually ranking them, and I saw some of them saying, Momo is a great dancer in Twice. She's in fact the best dancer of Twice, but she isn't the best freestyle dancer, and I just found myself completely disagreeing because the videos that I saw that they pulled up weren't really her being serious. I don't know her, so I can't tell if she was being serious, but from my point of view, it just didn't look like she was being really serious. It looked like she was just having fun, doing it for fun. That's what it looked like to me. I've seen other videos of her completely doing it and snapping people's neck, and I'm about to show you them right now.
I'm the sauce, it's spaghetti.
I'm sitting here eating in front of you because you know I'm right. You do. Next opinion. Number 2. In my opinion, SolG of EXID is the best female vocalist of K-pop. No, this isn't just because EXID is my ultimate group in K-pop. It has to do with me being a vocalist, and as a vocalist, I've noticed that she has all the requirements of being a great main vocalist, and in fact the greatest main vocalist. I don't know all, I've heard them all. I've heard Tan, I've heard Ailey, I've heard Yuju, I've heard Wendy, just to name a few, but I feel like SolG completely beats them out. I noticed that she always takes care of her voice. Her voice never seems to sound bad. She's always stable on stage, even through the hyperthyroidism. Her voice never sounded worse, which means that it shows that she's taking some kind of care with her voice. I've also noticed that she knows her range and what's comfortable for her, and firstly it's extensive. Secondly, she uses it extremely well, and I feel like she has all the components of a great main vocalist, and with that she executes them extremely well, making her the greatest main vocalist for females in K-pop to me. And speaking of talent, let's bounce over to my third one right quick. Number 3. Jisoo is honestly the most talented but underrated member of BLACKPINK. Alright, Blink shouldn't be mad at me for this. I don't really care. She can sing, she can dance, she can rap. She's extremely stable on stage. She never gives half effort when performing on stage. Her stage presence is amazing. It never falters. She just is the most interesting to look at on stage for me. I also feel like she should be main vocalist of Blackpink.
What the fuck is that? Like, now? I'm fucking mad!
Yes, Rose has a wider range than her, but I don't feel like Rose is using it to her advantage, or I don't feel like Rose is using it healthily. Words from a YouTube channel that I was watching called Red Velvet Sis, I'll leave it down below. She's more focused on getting a note out than doing it correctly. And I was watching a Kill This Love Am I Removed, and I completely heard her stop singing. I don't know what that was about, but you're my bias wrecker and I want you to succeed. But yeah, I feel Jisoo can do all the same things that Rose does and is the most stable on stage and always uses her voice in a completely healthy way. Jisoo vocally, I feel, just has a lot more potential than Rose. I just feel that Rose could use a little bit of teaching on how to use it to her advantage. Stan Blackpink though, because they are the revolution and we love them. Number 4, Jui of Momoland is not ugly. Jui from Momoland is not ugly. A couple months ago, I started standing Jui really hard when I saw the Tropicana commercial, and she's beautiful. She can sing, she can dance. I like it when she raps. I would see that people would be like, "Oh, Jui is the most ugly member of Momoland," or that her visuals weren't as good. Jui ain't ugly, all right? Period. I don't want to hear nothing. In my opinion, she's prettier than Nancy. Period! 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 Quote me. At me. Number 5. Girl groups in K-pop deserve more. I've seen so many times where girl groups have very promising futures in front of them, and simply because of the fact that they were girls, or even just because of shitty companies in K-pop, they just their talent gets thrown away, or their future gets thrown away. After School was a really cool group, and Pledis treated them like shit. And so was Kristen. They freaking threw them away, and for what? Kristen had such a promising future in front of them. They were all so very talented. And I hope that in time, each of them finds a better agency to form under. These are just 2 examples of K-pop girl groups that I've just seen promoted so horribly, or just done wrong because they were girls. I just hope that our females in K-pop, get a better way of being promoted, or just a better way of showcasing your talents. And yeah. Number 6. BTS and BLACKPINK did not completely pave the way of K-pop and are not the kings and queens of such. They might have walked the path that was paved, and maybe they might have gotten further than others, but they didn't pave the way. And I will give it to them. As of right now, this generation, they are the kings and queens of K-pop. As of right now, yes, they're dominating the genre. But will I say that they paved the way? No, I won't. Because there are too many groups that made too many sacrifices for people like ARMYs and Blinks to disrespect them and say that they paved nothing and give all the credit to BTS and BLACKPINK. I don't feel like that's fair to groups like Big Bang, FX, Girls' Generation, 2NE1, Hyuna, PSY, EXO. I don't feel like it's fair to discredit all these groups and soloists for BTS and BLACKPINK. It's disrespectful to them, their fan bases, and honestly to all their hard work that they put in. They put in blood, sweat, and tears, pun intended, to help create K-pop what it is. And I won't deny that each group works hard, but their fan bases are quite disrespectful when they say these types of things. Number 7. EXID deserves more. EXID is a girl group who deserves way more than what they're given. Their talent is completely out of this world. Their personalities are very lovable. They don't have a single bad song in their discography. I feel like EXID, even though they rose to fame in 2014 with Up and Down, maybe it wasn't the right timing, because 2014 was a really bad year for K-pop. They work really hard for everything that they have. They seem to be, you know, slightly famous in Korea, but I feel like they deserve a lot more. Groups like EXID and Momo, who work really hard for everything that they have, deserve more than what they're given, versus groups who don't even write their own songs. Or, and this is no shade, I'm not pointing out any group, I'm just saying there I see a majority of this groups who do this, but groups who don't write their own songs, like EXID and Mamamoo, or don't really work as hard and are just given their fame simply because of the fact of what group they are or what company they came from. It's not fair to groups like EXID, Mamamoo, groups like them. Even though this was about EXID, Mamamoo just came to mind. Number 8. American popularity isn't necessarily good for K-pop groups. American popularity, or should I say promotions, aren't really good for K-pop groups. It tends to overwork them, such as BTS and BLACKPINK. I feel like BTS and BLACKPINK are overworked as much as it takes away from, you know, them promoting as good as they do in Korea. I don't feel like the American music industry is just now ready for what K-pop has to offer. I don't feel like they're ready for it yet. Like, even the stages, they just aren't built for K-pop. And when a group only gets to promote in Korea for 2 weeks before jetting off to like America to do a whole world tour, I feel like it takes away from, you know, them promoting in Korea, because I really enjoy watching music shows, and when they like go on world tour, I feel like it takes away from those fans. And don't get me wrong, I would love to see my faves in concert, but at time I don't want to see my faves overworked because of promoting in America or other countries in Asia. I want to see my faves strive, and if they want to perform for me, I just want to see them at their best and not look overworked or just not healthy. I want to see all my groups thrive, and I just want to see them all have really good futures ahead of them without having to be overworked or have anything bad happen. Number 9, it pisses me off when K-pop female idols cut their hair short. This one's more lighthearted. I'm not saying that it just makes me want to get like that angry. It just sort of is like, oh, you cut your hair short. Why would you do that? I love seeing idols with long hair. It's just so much more that you can do with long hair, and the potential that you have with long hair when you cut it, it sort of decreases. You know, there are some idols who look really, really good with short hair, like Win and Yetlin and idols. I just, you know, I don't like it when long hair gets cut really, really short. That one's just someone to laugh over. Number 10. BLACKPINK is more of a commercialized brand than a K-pop group. I say this because, for one, it takes so long for their music to come out, and when they're not doing music, they're doing everything other than, which is why I said that BLACKPINK is very much more of a commercialized brand. I'm not saying that this is bad, but in terms of music, it kind of is, because it makes me feel like YG is more so focused on promoting BLACKPINK, the 4 girls, versus BLACKPINK, the artists. And it's not their fault. It's YG's fault. It's YG's fault. It's YG's fault. It's YG Entertainment's fault. I feel like they really need to start getting BLACKPINK promoted more in terms of their music. We need more music. It shouldn't take a whole year for them to come out with an album with 4 songs on it. If I'm waiting a year for an album, I feel like it should be a full album. And no hate, but their producers and their management needs to step it up when it comes to promoting them as artists. BLACKPINK has so much potential as far as their music style goes. It's different from K-pop, and it's something that K-pop really needs. So I just hope that YG Entertainment, even with their new CEO, I know they still have the management, the same management and production team, but I hope that with the new CEO, she takes all of YG, including BLACKPINK, in a new direction, and BLACKPINK can reach their full potential with all of their music. We stand our queens, and we want them to strive. Number 11. CLC has the best girl group choreography in K-pop. Their choreography is always very refreshing. It's always very new. And it's something different than any other K-pop group that I've seen. It's very sharp. Their technique is always on point. I can never say that their technique is off in any of their choreography. Their choreography is so much fun to do as well as to look at. And when you have really interesting choreography, I feel like it makes it a much better choreography when it's interesting and it's fun to look at and people enjoy watching you dance like I enjoy watching CLC dance as a group. Alright y'all, that's it for this video. I hope I don't get too much hate. I'm so sorry. Some of my opinions seem to be real out there. And you know, I want you guys to just be respectful in the comments if you're gonna comment. You know, I ask that you please be respectful as these are simply my opinions. I never meant to hurt or disrespect anybody in any way. And this is your King Gemini signing out. I'll see you guys next week. Bye. Hey, did you like that video? Good. Make sure you follow my IG right up there. Make sure you follow me on Twitter right over there. Make sure you like and subscribe down below. And I will see you next week with another video. New videos every Saturday. I hope you tune in. Bye.